What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's segment, the Fitness Friday segment, hosted by me, Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. I am your health and fitness coach who provides healthy yet sustainable weight loss solutions to women who are frustrated with fad diets. And you know what? I am a huge fan of listening to the universe, right? When messages come around me and the universe starts slapping me upside the head about things to discuss, I listen. So we got to have a talk, y'all. Let's drink up. Now, y'all probably like workout for lazy people. Sign me up, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up, sign me up. And I had to have this conversation. Let me know if that's you. Well, obviously, I see y'all coming on up here. It's flooding in here. Hey, y'all. Everybody say, hey, let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching a replay, type replay as well. Y'all, so the first sign that came to me, so I have an ad running where I have a 12-week guide to fitness, and I'm giving it away for free. And or you just pay for shipping. And so one of the ladies in the comments was like, I want to do it, but I'm lazy. Please pray for me, right? And in my head, I was thinking, like, well, not in my head. I said, what my reply to her was, you know what? Part of the issue is that we have been programmed to think a certain way about exercise, right? So when we say I'm lazy, that's the first thing. That's because we're looking at exercise as like this big old chore and we don't want to do it, right? It really is about how we look at it. So I'm like, okay, how can we change how we look at this thing so that even my lazy folks, and let me know if you feel like you lazy in the let me know in the comments, say that's me. Type me in the comments, no judgment at all. But how can we frame it, and what can how can we frame it for my lazy folks, and what can my lazy folks do where they still get the benefits and the results of it without feeling like they are driving themselves crazy, right? Or doing too much and doing all the things. So, a couple things. One, like when I look at it, we've been taught that we're supposed to exercise a whole lot of time. We need to do, 3, 4 hours a day for 7 days a week, da da da. And that's not the case. Thank you, Miss Gwen. Thank you, Miss Julie, for being honest. That's not the case. We don't have to do all of that. We literally only need 150 minutes per week, y'all. That's it. 150 minutes per week to get the results that you want. That's the first thing I need you to know. Okay. Second is that I want you to challenge yourself to reframe how you look at exercise. Now, if I was to take it back and I just asked you these questions, I want you to just answer these questions as they are stated. We good? All right. So, if I said, "Oh, I got something that's gonna help you sleep better," would you want it? Type yes or no. If you want to sleep better, type yes in the comments. If I say, "Hey, I got something for you that's gonna boost your mood," do you want that? Type yes if you want that. If I say, "Hey, I got something that's gonna clear your skin," let me know if you want that. Type yes. If I say, "Hey, I got something that's gonna give you more energy," type yes. If I say, "Hey, I got something that's gonna help you live longer and enjoy your time on this earth," let me know if you want that. Type yes. And I see these yeses coming through. So when we look at exercise that way, how can we not want it? It's not about torturing ourselves. It's not about doing all these crazy workouts and you're like, oh my God. It's like, man, this is giving me more strength. It's going to boost my mood. It's going to clear my skin. And it's going to help me live longer and enjoy all of it. Can you think about how differently your workouts will feel when you go into it that way? Now, I ain't forgot about you, ladies. If you're like, okay, that's cool, Crystal, high five, yay, thanks for the perception. And hopefully, let me know if that helped to change how you're looking at workouts. That's right, Miss Wanda, simple and fun. Let me know if that helps to change how you view when it's time for you to get to work out. Like I said, it's not about having to work out. You get to work out. You get to enjoy all of those benefits of working out. That's the other thing. A lot of people, oh Lord, I gotta go work out. I gotta work out because I done ate some cake. And like the way we talk to ourselves is trash. I'm just gonna say it. It's garbage. But I got something for my lazy folks. My lazy folks, y'all ready? Drink some water. And I tell y'all, this is crazy how the universe be working. So, like I said, I saw the comment about the lazy on my post. I think yesterday I saw it. I was texting with the lady. But this is what came through my Facebook memories today. I want you to look at the date so you know I ain't lying. And I ain't got no Photoshop skills and nothing like that. And you're like, you just made that up. No. This came up in my Facebook memories from 8 years ago. Look at that. It says, to my cardio queens and kings, cardio may get you the desired number on the scale, but you get your desired body with strength training. So I saw this and I laughed like, whoa, because that was 8 years ago. This is before I even started doing this for definitely full time. This is before I did my competition. No, this is right after I did my competition, the year after, right? So I'm all in it. But what I've changed that state, and I'm gonna put it back up so y'all can see the difference and hear the difference. So the way I sum this up now is that I tell you all, cardio may get you the weight that you want, but weights will get you the shape that you want. Let me know if that makes sense. Cardio, I'm gonna say it again. Cardio will get you the weight that you want, but weights will get you the shape that you want. Now, you might be like, somebody posted earlier, was like, yeah, I was all on cardio. I think on my IG. Yeah, I used to always do cardio. And a lot of people do. We do cardio because it's safe. It's familiar, especially my ladies. There's this fear of strength training and lifting weights, feeling that we're going to get bulky and look like a man. No, you ain't, because you ain't a man. Facts. All right. Let me know if you felt that way. Like cardio is thing. Cardio is what to do. Cardio. Because it's really hard not to do cardio when the machine just told you burn 27,000 calories in 10 minutes, right? So you're like, oh, I'm going to keep doing this. And when you keep doing the cardio, you do see that you start losing weight and the scale changes. But let me ask you, are you necessarily like, oh, yes, you're excited about going down the size, but are you necessarily like, bam, I look fantastic, I look good? Do you look at yourself like you look at Auntie Angela, Auntie Michelle, Cousin Serena? All those women got bad bodies, and they come from strength training. Tying this in for you. Y'all catching where I'm going yet? Strength training is the way to go for my lazy folks. Let me tell you why. Do you want to know why I say that? Like, Chris, I just told you, you just said, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. How you going to tell me this to work out for me because I'm lazy? Let me know. Do you want to know why this is the best workout for lazy people? If you want to know, type yes in the comments. Let's drink some water. Look. Strength training is the best workout for lazy folks because it helps you to burn calories while you ain't doing nothing. Cardio, yes. You're like, oh, you watching the machine, you looking at your watch, and you're like, oh, I done burned this many calories already. I got how many steps, burned this many calories. You get the post-it, and you see that that's how many calories you burn from that workout, right? So you're like, I'm going to keep on doing that. But what you're not seeing, and what you may not have picked up, is that when you strength train, your body keeps working well after you've done that workout. The more muscle, it's not the muscle itself per se that burns the fat, but it's having more muscle mass that requires your body more energy to get around, to do things, you have a higher resting metabolic rate. That means that when you're doing that, your body is still working. It takes more to move your body around. It takes more to repair your muscles. So your body is working for days after you've done that strength training workout. Let me know if this is making sense. Cardio, it literally is you working out, boop, 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 calorie, burn, 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 burn. As soon as you stop, your workout's like, your body's like, thanks, that was cool. That was fun. But when you strength train, I tell y'all, look. Let me drink some water. Y'all drink some water. Type drink in the comments if you got your water. So, how many of you all have ever felt the leg day, the second and third day leg day burn? Let me know if you've ever felt that. Because y'all, your girl is in it now. Excuse me, but my ass hurts. It still hurts. I did legs Tuesday and Thursday, and today was full body. So these cheeks feel like a little kid walking behind me punching me. These things, they so sensitive right now, right? My legs are hurting. I was, beating on my legs last night, like, oh, I can feel that. I can feel that. That soreness is your muscles repairing themselves. That means your body is working to get it where it's trying to go. The more it's working, the more calories you're burning, the more fat you're burning. It doesn't do that with cardio. It doesn't need to do that with cardio. Yes, cardio is amazing. It builds this heart. You need that. And I incorporate cardio into all my workouts. I do it as a good warm-up for my strength training. So I'm not bashing cardio at all. However, you are giving yourself way too much, giving way too much of yourself to cardio and not enough to strength training, possibly. Probably. I'm going to venture out and say probably, because too many people like the cardio. They really like to look at their watch and it says, oh, I did this many steps. And that's a great motivator. So please, I'm not taking that from you. But I challenge you to do more strength training so that you'll see that you're going to burn more calories in the long run. It may not be right in your face right now on this here watch, but in the long run, you'll see like, whoa, wait a minute. Adding this strength training, my body is shaping up differently. I'm actually getting smaller. The scale may not change. Oh, that's a whole nother discussion. The scale may even go up because y'all, somebody asked me the other day, they said, don't 5 pounds of fat weigh more than 5 pounds of muscle? I'm like, no, 5 pounds is 5 pounds. The difference is this is 5 pounds of fat. This, nope, that's even smaller. That's even bigger. Oh, here we go. This could be 5 pounds of muscle. That's the difference in the sizes. So when I say you can start gaining weight as you are strength training, but you're getting smaller, is because that 5 pounds of fat that was here and you turn it to 5 pounds of muscle and you're building muscle. So you've gotten smaller, but it still weighs the same. And as you continue to build muscle, you're gaining a little weight, but you're still smaller than when you had all that extra fat. Let me know if that makes sense. And that's the thing. If it makes sense, type yes in the comments. So as you are building that muscle and your body is recovering for days, hence the soreness that you feel, hence the like, oh my gosh, what happened? That's your body still working to recover, which means your body is still burning calories. My body is still working from Thursday. It's still working from this morning. Whereas if I had just done a cardio session, that would have been done as soon as that cardio session ends. So for my folks who are like, oh, I'm lazy, especially my people who feel like they're stuck for time. Let me know how many of you feel like time is an issue for when you work out. You feel like you're too busy. How am I supposed to fit all this time in? If that's you, say, yes, that's me. It's a difference between how many calories you burn doing a 45 minutes, hour-long cardio session compared to what you can burn in a 30-minute strength training session. Is that setting in yet? Let me know if y'all getting this or not. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Because this is the thing. I'm a huge fan. My clients will tell you. I'm a huge fan of quick 30-minute workouts. Call them my dirty 30s. But they are going to be strength training. We do some cardio too. But on those strength training days, we're going hard for 30 minutes. And we talking about calisthenics too, y'all. Meaning you don't even have to have weights. Now, yes, I use weights in my little saying just because it rhymes. But substitute that out for strength training, which is calisthenics, using your own body, anything but resistance. I can use weights. I can use resistance bands. I can use my own, just using my own arm. This is still resistance. The extension of my arm from my elbow to my wrist, that's resistance, right? And you choose how much resistance you put on it. With a thick band, with a heavy weight, whatever. I could literally, if I wanted to, I could curl with this lip gloss. You keep on doing this long enough, I could take this out. Do this long enough. You think that muscle isn't going to respond? And it's going to give you the shape that you want, right? As opposed to, do I dare say it, becoming skinny fat. Because that happens a lot. Cardio. Oh, look, I lost 20 pounds. Oh, I lost 50 pounds. Oh, I lost 75. But guess what? You ain't got no muscle either. So now you're jiggly and you soft budget. If that's what you're going for, high five, you achieved it. But the majority of us are not. We do want that tone. We do want that shape. You get that with strength training. And guess what? When you add that strength training, it's going to help you burn more calories and more fat in the long run, which means you can spend less time exercising and still get better results. Let me know if that makes sense. And for anybody's coming in now, hey, I'm Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. And you're in Fitness Friday, where we're talking about the best workouts for my lazy folks. And it came from conversation I had with someone on the socials yesterday. And then this popped up in my memories today, where we're talking about cardio versus strength training versus weights. So many people run straight to cardio because that's what's familiar, and especially my women, they're afraid of bulking up. However, the strength training, i.e. weights, resistance bands, your own body, calisthenics, that's what's going to get you the shape that you want. And because it burns more calories in the long run, because the more muscle mass you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate is, which means you burn calories doing nothing. Your body is still working while you're doing nothing. That means you don't have to spend as much time. So for my folks like, oh, I don't want to do 45 minutes an hour. Well, great. This is great for you. For my folks who say, I don't have 45 minutes to an hour. This is great for you too. Now, I'm a fan. Whatever you can get in, get it in. Right? Cardio, walking, running, whatever. That's great. But for my folks who are like, oh, I really don't want to do all the things. That's why a lot of my clients, well, all of them on 4-day now. But that's when my clients get results by just focusing on strength training 3 days out of the week with a cardio day. And then if they want to do weights, they can do that too. But the results that they get just from 3 days of strength training, as opposed to if they were doing a whole running cardio based only program, is totally different. It's totally different. So yeah, I just want to touch on that because, like I said, the universe, the ancestors whisper my ear like, baby girl, You need to talk about this because somebody needs to hear this. Let me know if you need to hear this. Look, come on, Miss Stephanie. You know what? I do both. So Miss Stephanie says, thanks. I keep toggling back and forth between this when I know is weights, muscle best. So this is the thing. It depends on what your goals are, realistically, honestly. Most people, though, their goals are to slim up, lose weight, tone up, get stronger, feel better. Cardio is amazing. You do need cardio. I'm not saying that you do not. I blend these in. However, for long-term health, and this is so important, because we got to make sure that we are burning fat, because the more fat that we have on our bodies, the more inclined we are to be diagnosed with these other health issues. Let me know if this is hitting home. I'm glad, Miss Selena. I'm glad, Miss Julia. Let me know if this is hitting home. So yes, we've talked about the vanity of it, and there's nothing wrong with vanity. I done bit my tongue. I done got so doggone excited. There's nothing wrong with the vanity of it. But y'all, we are getting older. Thankfully, right? That's the goal, right? To keep getting older. But that means that our from what I've experienced from conversations with people, the older we get, the more focused we become on our health. We actually want to live and we want to enjoy our time here. We're seeing more and more people who are passing away or who are getting sick. And we're like, man, I don't want that. I want to be here. So that's why we have to talk about these health benefits too. It all just works together. But again, it goes all the way back to how we even look at exercise from the beginning. It is not a necessary evil. It's nothing evil about it. It's a blessing. Because one day you won't be able to do it and you're going to wish you could have. That you could, I'm sorry. You're going to be like, man, I wish I could still run. I wish I could still go up and down the stairs. I wish I could lift those weights. And then you start thinking back on those times that you took it for granted. And I'm going to say this. If you are able-bodied and you don't exercise in any type of way, whatever exercise is for you, shame on you. Shame on you. You are being disrespectful to your body, and you're being disrespectful to those folks who can't do it and they want to do it. If you are able, you got to be willing. But all you need is 30 minutes. All you need is your own body. That's all you need. And then going about your day. Drink your water. Be mindful of what you're eating, not restricting yourself, not on no diet, not starving yourself. Just be mindful. Make better decisions when you can. But y'all, it's really about living. We have to watch how much fat and how much weight we allow to creep up on our bodies, because that thing will creep up. The average adult is going to gain 1 to 2 pounds a year. And some folks like, shoot, I just gained that. That's sweet. So when that keeps adding up, you looking at these pictures, you're like, wait a minute, whoa, this me from when I was in college, woo, I look totally different. That's why, because you just let it keep creeping up on you. You're taking this body for granted and you're not exercising. You're not giving it the health and the love that it needs, that it craves, that it deserves. You can't expect your body to work for you if you're not working for it. All right? So for my lazy folks, but you want the results, strength training, whether it's weights, resistance bands, calisthenics. Don't be afraid to push yourself. Yes, still blend cardio in because you need it. But my plea is for you not to focus solely on cardio, but to add those weights in and that strength training in some type of way. And it's going to benefit you because the more muscle mass you have, the more fat you're going to burn, the more calories you burn in the long run, even outside of your workout, whereas your cardio only burns calories during that time. So if you want to save time, get closer to your results faster, strength training is the way. So I'm going to let y'all go on this Friday. Thank you for rocking with me. I know I got a little animated today, but look, I ain't even going to make no excuse about it. I said what I said and I meant it. And somebody need to hear this message, and I'm glad I could be the one to give you for it. 30 Degree Burns asks, can I suggest a good brand for strength bands? You know what? Oh, good brand for strength bands. I don't even know how many different types of bands I have here. And I don't think I've ever really cared about a brand. I don't think there is any brand where I'm like, oh, I like the bands better. Nope. And I will say that there are different types of bands, right? So there are the bands, like I have one right here. Let me see if I can unhook this real quick so y'all can see it. Oh, I love this one just because. So they're the bands with the handles, and y'all like, she just had it right there. Yes, I keep it attached to my desk. So sometimes when I'm thinking and I need to think, I do some little exercises. I do some little curls. But I like these just because it can be hooked on. Like there's another handle, but I like that. So I like the ones with the handles where you could be more versatile, attach them around things. But then you could also get, and you can use these as infinity bands, but I know people like the infinity loops too, like for your thighs. Those are cool for leg exercises, but as far as upper body, I typically always go with the ones with the handle. Now I have seen some, and I wish I could remember what brand that is. So this is actually came from, these are some Fitness is Not a Game bands that I no longer offer. Sorry, wish I did. But they came in a set, I think, of 5 different resistances. So you can do that. So you can get 5 different, you can get multiple ones. But I have one that I got from, I can't remember where I got it from years and years ago, where they all came together. And they had like a Velcro thing attached to it, where it's like 4 or 5 bands on there, and you could clip and unclip them from the handle depending on how much resistance you wanted. So I thought those were cool because you were able to easily add resistance on without having to hold multiple straps. So yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for. Hey, let's see. The last 2 I purchased were really cheap. Oh, the flat ones. So I have those downstairs. And see, the thing about those, the flat infinity loop ones, those are the ones you're talking about, 30 degree. With those, honestly, I'm trying to think if I ever bought any or if they all came when I was in PT. They probably all came from when I was in physical therapy years ago. But yes, you do have to be careful with those because they can, especially if you have the thin ones, they can snap. But like I said, I'm not a big fan. Like they're cool with certain things, like especially if you're working your shoulders. I used to like put my hands inside the loops and pull it back that way, work your back and your shoulders. I like for that. And for leg stuff, of course. But other than that, they roll up, they flip, they do all types of stuff. So I think these are more versatile, the ones with the handles. But like I said, again, I don't have a brand that I'm excited about with any of them. I don't think there's ever been a brand that's like, oh, this is the brand I'm looking for. Nah, not too much. But great question, though. Great question. Any other questions before we get it on up out of here? Been having fun talking to y'all today. Like I said, somebody need that. Don't be afraid of the strength training, y'all. And for my ladies who are in menopause or in a menopause state, you definitely got to think about it. You got to add it because it's harder for us to lose weight and burn burn fat. So I'm telling you, and for any of y'all let's see. I'll go back and post it. I don't know where to post, but for any woman who's struggling with losing weight, especially during this time, and you need some help with it, I am hosting a free training next week. It's all focused on menopause and weight loss. I'm gonna give you 4 easy steps to making it happen. So I'm gonna put this in the comments, and I don't know if it's gonna post everywhere, so I might have to come back. But to get there, to register, all you have to do is go to losemenopauseweight.com. Lose, Lose, menopause weight, WEIGHT.com. And menopause. Y'all know I spell menopause. All right. All right. So let's see. Yeah. So keep using the ones with the handles if that resistance is not enough for you, and I would say, let me give extra stuff. So with the ones with the handles, what I really like about it, sometimes you don't even have to go up in thickness and resistance. It's just a matter of how you stand on the bands. So I would say this, like especially with the ones with the handle, if you need more resistance, step closer to the handle, because it's not giving you as much leeway, so it's going to be more resistance. The more that you have open, the less resistance you have, and you rocking that thing out. Now, when you shorten it, it's more resistance. Does that make sense? Just even that feels a lot tighter than if I'm doing all of this. You see what I'm saying? Great comments today. Let's see. I'm just posting this real quick. What other questions y'all have while I'm posting this? Okay, cool. All right. Well, I think that's it for me today, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Had a great Friday. I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments. Make sure you share this out and post it and tag, because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody's making excuses about not exercising when it's really not that difficult, y'all. So I will talk to y'all later, and I will see y'all next time. Be good or be good at it. That's what my mom used to say. All right, y'all. Bye.